Hello again, everyone. I need to make a card today for friends of mine, very close friends, who are going to be celebrating their ruby wedding very shortly. Actually, it's the same day as my son's birthday. Shouldn't forget it, should I? I think sometimes the very simplest designs can be the most elegant. So I thought I'd like to do something a little bit sort of flashy. So I dug out this little box of, I think they're sort of charms really, mainly. I haven't used this kind of thing for such a long time. There's a lovely little treble clef. These are musical people. I ought to perhaps think about that. But what I did think, I knew I'd had somewhere, I've had a couple of these things, and they're like ribbon buckles almost. Really very pretty, lots of little diamante things on. So what I thought was I would just do a simple card with the greeting at the bottom. You say simple. I've been fiddling around with my printer this morning, couldn't get the wretched thing to print. The printer said it was online, the computer said it wasn't, and I was going round and round in circles. Then I discovered that my laptop, for some reason, had disconnected from the internet. I've had 2 days of my iPad not being able to join the internet, the local Wi-Fi, you know, my home Wi-Fi, and I finally managed to sort that yesterday. I was looking up every remedy under the sun on the internet, finally found one that actually did the job. Anyway, what I want to do, I've just got this simple sentiment that I have printed on the computer. I will write down what the fonts are that I used here. I always love a mix of script and print fonts. I think together they look, I don't know, very, very nice, very complimentary, but there's got to be parity between them. In fact, to make these look similar, I had to use this one in the bold setting so that it matched with the weight of this one. But I will put down what I can't remember offhand what they were. I only did it about 10 minutes ago, but no, probably longer than that. I've been spending longer than that trying to sort the printer out. Anyway, I digress. What I want to do is this. This is my front panel. I want to put a piece of red card at the top. I want to put a piece of ribbon across. I don't know whether to use that one or this one with that on it. It's going to be too wide, so it's going to tuck it in, which I think is going to look rather nice. But I thought rather than just a plain top, I would emboss it with an embossing folder. Now, I didn't cut it to size first, because often if you use an embossing folder, because it's doing stuff with the paper and making it, you know, bunch up, it sometimes reduces the size of it. And I want the finished size to be the exact width of this. So I'm going to emboss it first and cut it to size afterwards. Okay, let me just emboss a piece of this card. It's kind of a rich ruby colour, isn't it? I've got boxes and boxes of coloured card that I don't tend to use, you know, so I really want to think about using it. Again, there was a time when I first started card making that I used to, I'll need a shim in this, that I used to, you know, put a ribbon on all sorts of things, and I've got drawers full of this stuff. Right, just put those couple of shims in there, and then this. It's just a nice bit of texture. I did wonder about highlighting that with some perhaps luster paste polish or something. I think it has reduced the size slightly. Okay, now I'll first of all cut off this edge where it's not quite embossed to the very edge. Right, let's get rid of this bit this side here. Okay, where's my there's not a lot there to do, so let's just see. Okay. Which one was it? The 14. Okay. That's just about right. Okay, let's cut the end off this. Now, I wonder how far down we want it to come. I think this ribbon looked better. That one, this is from some package or other. I don't know what it was. It made it look a bit darker on the grid, didn't it? This one seemed to hold its colour better, so I think I might use this one. But how much do I want? Down to about there. Where's that? Let's just see. Down to about... I think that's about the right distance between there and there and there and there. So that's on, it's about 3 inches. Okay, let's cut off 3 inches. There we go. That looks fine. Okay. I am just wondering about whether to highlight that with anything. Let's just see what this is. It's a bit crumpled. This is what I do with crumpled ribbons. Just use hair straighteners and do this. Oh, it's hot. There we go. A lot easier than getting the iron out, isn't it? Okay. Let's thread our little jewel onto it. We won't need all of this. Straight. It'll have to go just over so that where that's pulled up, we don't see any of the red. I can't put it right to the edge like that because where it's tucked up, we'll see a bit of red there. So we'll just have to go below a little way. So let's just get our card base ready. So here is my card base. This is going to go onto there like that. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just stick this onto there. Perhaps I'll use my tape runner. Actually, I think I'll just put a little bit of glue right up to the edge. Right. I don't know if there is a right way or a wrong way up with this. I can't tell. If I can't tell, I don't suppose anybody else will be able to tell, so I don't think we'll worry over much. There we go. Finally got it right. Now, for our embellishment, I'll just put a little bit of, I'll put it just a tad further over, give me a bit more on the back. Right. I can always slide the embellishment along if it's not absolutely central, else it's not. Right. Just trim this little bit off. Now I'm going to put some tape over this as well. And because I don't want it to be bulky on the back, I'm going to put foam tape around, but avoid the place where the ribbon is, because if we have foam tape plus 2 thicknesses of ribbon, it's going to be quite bulky in that particular position. So let's get the foam tape now. This is just the simplest of cards. If you haven't got much in the way of resources, you can make things look like $1 million. A little buckle, piece of ribbon, and a couple of bits of coloured card. Okay. The way I did the sentiment was to use Word 2013, and I put all these lines, different lines, into text boxes so that I could move them anywhere I wanted. I started off by making a square the size of my die for my front panel, so I knew that if I'd got it fitting into that square, I knew it would be you know, final when it was printed on the card, but it took me so long to print it. My goodness me. So very, very, very simple idea. I think it's incredibly elegant and understated, but the simplest of designs. Anyone could do it. Even if you don't have a computer that you could do your printing on, you could just put a die cut or a stamped happy anniversary, but use exactly the same technique. A little bit of embossing, a couple of bits of card, and a fancy bit in the middle. What could be easier? So thanks very much for joining me. Thanks for the thumbs up, and come back and see me very soon.